folks, I'm going to tell you 5 quick facts about black bull markets. Now, did you know, number 1, they're New Zealand FMA regulated? Number 2, did you know they have a copy trading service where you can either be a signal provider or copy signals? And number 3, did you know they've got over 26,000 tradable assets, including Forex, crypto, stocks, indices, and even more? And number 4, did you know they offer 500 to 1 leverage? And number 5, if you open up an account today and trade 1 lot a month, they're going to give you TradingView Pro for free. Check them out, Black Bull Markets.
Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it is for you. Hello, and welcome back to the stream. My name's Gentsla, and we're out here trading 100k Blue Guardian. And yeah, it's been pretty interesting price action over the evening. Unfortunately, I decided to sleep. But it is what it is. I slept on my account. But as I said, it is what it is. Hopefully everyone's doing well and you've all been safe over the past trading day. It is Friday and we had big movement over the Thursday. So that was quite good. Morning, everyone. If you're in the chat, just say hi, say hello. It's good to see everyone here. Matt, Ume, Susan, Danny, JC, M. Quant, Ricardo, Gorch, Noel, Tony. Guys are legends. Absolute legends. Okay, let's get straight into the chart. While we recap what kind of happened. Okay, so yesterday we had a really nice big Hong Kong gap right over here, daily over here. We wanted to take our trade from here down to here, but unfortunately they continued pushing up, which they came in and filled. If you see this Hong Kong gap right over here on that previous day, if you see the time at the bottom, as I scroll sideways, New York over here did not fill that Hong Kong gap, so it didn't give it settlement. And then what did price do? Price came around, gave it settlement, and then made its way, continuing to go down and down and down, back to opening gap, filling in the Hong Kong gap like perfectly. And then of course, because of this previous Hong Kong gap right over here, if you see that was in the afternoon. We had New York over here and it didn't come in and fill. So what are we expecting? Sells to that area. Now looking further down, we also have these Hong Kong gaps over here, which have had the same thing happen in price. So my expectation is that price will continue making its way downwards to fill them in. Especially on a macro level, we've now changed structure. So if you look at the hourly over here, we've come down, we've made like an hourly change, all right? And then we continue to come down, and then we have this gap over here, and we have this gap on the sell side over here. For next week though, because Wednesday over here, all this this area over here, next week Wednesday, I'm looking at that area being kind of not next Wednesday, next Friday, like Thursday, Friday, this area being seen to on euro. So there's buy side available. GU did the same thing. So we have unfilled, which it came in and filled perfectly. We have unfilled, which came in and filled perfectly. Now there's buy side available as well, because this has not been seen to. And this has not been seen to in New York. So there is buy side available there. AU is just on the continuous dump. That's what's just happening. It's very rare that you see this type of price, like this square thing over here where it does this. Like you don't find that often in price. If you can see, I'll continue going sideways here. There it happened over here, but on a scale that it did with such a large movement, you don't find it often. You can see here, it just doesn't happen as much. Vincent, next week is FOMC. Yeah, it is. It is. I'm just going to check this today to see if we have any news in Australia or New Zealand. That was phenomenal. Calendars. Let's see. Today, we got sales, a whole bunch of stuff happening on GU. So I think it's going to happen. Canada has retail core sales. It's medium impact news. Let me see about it. Let me see with Australia. No news in Australia today. Let's go and see. I don't need Indonesia or Hong Kong or Germany or France. New Zealand. Yeah, so the only news that's happening basically is on GU in 6 hours, or 5.5 hours. So this morning, things should be kind of going back to normal, which is nice. So let's set this up. Buy side got taken. Sell side got taken. Let's go look at GU. Sell side's been taken. Buy side's been taken. The gap today was from 519 until 7:45. Opening range. Then we have our close of Hong Kong right over here. Seeing as we're within this now, we'll remove that. Let's go look at AU. In that now. Hong Kong gap just got filled. I'm not Hong Kong. Opening gap. 630 buy side, sell side. So sell side's been taken. We should be making our way up to the buy side. Right. What's up, C. Kenny? Good morning, Ron. Tom Wade, you didn't miss much. You didn't miss much, my man. I would expect movement downwards now today in the AM on this, which means we're bullish on everything else. Yeah, so let's go over. I think we've got 8 minutes. Let's go over US 500. If you're in the Discord, you would have seen that I had the the 259 over here, and then what we had over here was the 4 o'clock closing. And then we had the, oh, this is very skew. And then you would have seen that I had the lows marked out over here. And so what do we have? The opening gap over there. Okay, and between 950 and 1010, what we had was we had a market structure shift right there. We had a volume imbalance over here. And that would have been an entry. The highs. And you write down. And then you would have hit the high of the whole day. Fortunately, I was not in that. Oh, man, that's frustrating. But it's life. Oh yeah, I've got to also put in the 915 over here. You can see that that was the Hong Kong range. And so price came in and then took out the lows, came up, came to fill in the liquidity, the opening gap, and that 4 o'clock closing candle, and then bang on the other side. So where do you see this on the other days? Well, we see it on the other days like this. On this day, that 4 o'clock liquidity, as price is coming around, it snipes it and then goes up. Price coming around, snipes it and goes up. Yesterday was the same, just the other way around, in reverse. So that's why I only had these lows marked out. So let me actually just make this 2 pixels. So I only had these lows marked out, didn't have the highs marked out. I had the Hong Kong, I had the opening, and I had the lows. So let's go have a look at gold. So where are we? Okay, so it came in and filled that MMG perfectly. The one that we pulled up yesterday is in the chart. Went up, filled it, came down. Beautiful. Stunning. So price, if you see here, continued going up, turned around at about midnight-ish. Then you had another opportunity between 250 and 310 right here. This area right here, that could have been a trade. Right there, as soon as the shift to structure, we have a fair value gap and we have price going lower. And then we have at, well, right now, that price there, you would have been you would have been here within the Hong Kong gap. So when I'm within the Hong Kong gap at a time, I generally don't like to take the trade. It's different on indices, but with Forex and stuff like, and Forex and gold and stuff, I'm not taking a trade normally from the gap, because the gap's normally my target. So there was no opportunity presented in New York last night on gold. Same thing in Forex. At that time, between 950 and 1010, it's normally supposed to go up, but because of the price action and the range that it was creating, I told everyone that I'm expecting it to either consolidate and continue expanding, and that's exactly what it did. So hopefully that kept you from trying to go for the gap. Yeah, let's see where we are in price today. Yesterday I broke my rules again. That's why we're losing, because I'm not sticking to my rules. What are my rules? I have to hit it within the time. The time doesn't present it? No. So what you'll notice right now is that, actually, let me just mark this up. Oh. Sorry about my big yawn. What you notice right now is that the highs over here, the highs of the Hong Kong gap over there. So I'm just remove that one. Okay. And pull in. $5 open. That's the opening gap. So what you'll see right now is that AU, GU is up, and EU. So again, let me just remove this. EU is down. This is the Hong Kong gap is down here. GU, the Hong Kong gap is down here, and AU, the Hong Kong gap's up here. So waiting for everything to correlate. And it's trade time in a few minutes. So, how was everyone's day yesterday? What did you get up to? Let me pull up my 5 tick while we're at it. And I don't need US 500 cash because I'm not on that. One 11298. What's this chart saying? Orcha, nice. Well done. Yeah, I'm in a bit of a losing streak at the moment myself. But it happens. Two 8.5. 2.8585. this leg in here. Even below that. 401. Yeah, it's equalize. If you look on your 5 tick, 356, 354. On EU, 356 and 354. There's a tiny void in price right there. So you've got 17 minutes. There's gaps at the whole bottom of this leg as well. Whole bunch of voids. Just like on GU over here. A whole bunch of voids and stuff down here. $1,298. 8. This price. That hasn't been filled. So what we're possibly looking at now is a low to go up, which means that everything else needs to go up to then come back down. So it has shown interest that it wants to go down already. Ambitions in the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can change lives. You create thoughts. Never waste time. You got one shot. You got one life. Better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5. No mean boss. Just my life and free thoughts. So I'll be looking at the same thing over here. Which means I'm looking price to go up to then come down. And the most salient highs are right there. On 2 to 8-4. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over. Price not the same. This one came and yellowed it. 90 to 8-4.
but in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and all the doubters, they're just young downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it.
See what the chat's saying.
I won't stop till I wear the crown.
Yeah, Matt, I completely agree. Staying on a trade for a long time, there's no ways. For me, it's literally minutes.
I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring. Yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart? Are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs. Are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve it now.
You want me to full margin every day, bro.
If you work for it, I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it.
That's
right
sufficient.
now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose
Is it
to
just
live,
taking the
lose
high?
grip, you choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh.
See what structure it creates.
Losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. Yeah, there's no mercy in this world, just hunger, thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the
Waiting for this candle to close.
please, Lord, give me a sign.
I'm possibly looking at this fair value gap right here. If it forms as a fair value gap. This hasn't. Is it to wait for that? We have to wait for that third candle to close.
Time to sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth. put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm losing it. Don't let them tell you what to do, man, they don't know shit.
Didn't give us a fair value gap, unfortunately. Let's go look at the other pairs. Oh, you did. Let's see what Euro just took these highs. You're gonna snake it further and create SMT. Let's see if it gives us a fair value gap. It's only got 4 minutes to do its thing. We've taken the sell side underneath here. I'm actually expecting price to drop, which means that this needs to come up and fill the rest of this in. There's a little bit that's left over here. Good candle. We have fair value gap. Yep. So that for me would hold as an entry. This over here would hold as an entry.
Try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less, your check as I'm chess, what's happening next, yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson, he got a new engine from pain, it's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold an obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take your redemption. Just kill no discretion, your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression, You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheme.
Can't I sell it? Because I saw, sorry. So I saw that this was being held over here. Okay, this one over here. That trade, that little wick over there, informed in price. That little fair value gap, well, it wasn't a fair value gap. It was a predetermined fair value gap that was in price right there. Okay, that wick over there compared to this one over here, that was lower than this one went higher. So then that was giving me direction with AUD also. If you look at price, AUD, it's just thinking lower. So when we have correlation, trade. And where I'm expecting price to go is actually lower than this. I'm expecting to go lower. What price am I expecting to go to? 11263. 112. Well, let's just put it here. Right there, in that little gap. And the time right now, we've still got a few minutes until our Hong Kong gap. Looks like the Hong Kong gap might be on the sell side. How's the XY doing? Almost. So if you see over here, these lows got snaked by a pip, and they're still unfilled, unresolved buy side on DXY. Now we see. Oh, I don't have my other chart open. Sorry, my bad. Window. There we go. Share. So on DXY, the little lows, they got taken right there. Bang, they sniped it, and then they went for the buy side to go fill in the rest of this. Now, if again, whatever happens, we've already taken profits. We've brought everything down to. We've already taken profits over here, okay, and now we brought everything back to 11369. So my trade. Let me just get it right. Our entry was 11369. 11369, right there on that candle. My highs are above here. Okay. Then we had our total, which is down here at. Let me just check. 11271. 271. So we go here. 50%. We take 2R off. Stops at break even. And yeah. It's now waiting for the Hong Kong gap to form, which will be forming at the close of this minute and the opening of the next one. Watch the time they magically change from 3:01 until the next. Oh, they're not opening. So we're waiting for next minute. So it'll be 9:16 open today. Nope, they're opened. $9.15. That's right. So that is tight. We look at what happened in the trade here. My break even is just here. It hasn't stopped me out yet. But whatever happens, I hold. Because I've already taken profits. So. We look at GU. Yeah, so we have opening of 15, which is over here. So your Hong Kong gap is down here. Sorry, let me get to the chats. Let's see where we are. We missed it. No, you didn't miss it. It was on GU here. So you see right there. That was respected. That fair value gap there was held. Well, right here. Well, not held, but it came in and then came down. But from here, it might decide to continue and seek the rest of this. Because there's only a slight little thing on DXY. Over there. What's the platform? This is MT4. It's the one that the broker gives me, so I can't. The other gave us MT4, MT5, so I have to trade with it. You still understand the entry? Entry. Okay. The highs over here were taken. Have these candles right over here in price, so let me zoom in to that. We have, it goes up, comes down, comes down, comes up, comes up. As soon as it breaks that there, that is a market structure shift. Then we have, if this little area in here, as it came down, I took that and then it continued. So the pairs are correlated, or should be correlated, right? And so if one pair is doing one thing, the other pair should do the same. Should. With this wick over here, I'm actually going to pull that slightly lower. I wouldn't want it to come back up here. The thing is, it's already wicked away in GU like this. It's already gone bang and down. I would not want to see it come back there. I want to see it go straight to my profits now. Feeling. Yeah. Feeling's good. Because at the time that I wanted it to present, GU didn't give me an entry, but EU did. And actually, if DXY is going to go higher, we're possibly looking at on this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This wick over here is that wick over there. That one came in here. The highs are over here. All the consolidation was in this area. That little console, 1, 2. 1, 2. It would be down here. And if it doesn't, that's okay. We made our profits for the day.
You can try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. Looking for change, looking for pain. Pulling a mob, pushing a train. I'll never stop, stick to a lane. Pick up the pieces and go rearrange. I'll be the best above all the rest, put me to the test and expect nothing less. Your check as I'm chess, what's happening next? Yeah. He got the venom, a tangible weapon, no coming in second. This life is a lesson. He got a new engine from pain, that's a blessing. New focus, no guessing, just bold an obsession. All in his possession, you got their attention. I'll leave an impression and take a redemption. Just kill no discretion. Your mind is a weapon. 11-11, it's time for progression. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me.
So price is within the HK gap. No, it was outside of the HK gap when we traded. Before it was even set. Because my assumption is that price needs to go and fill the Hong Kong gap in Asia.
So he's been looking for somebody who could save him. Instead of searching inside for what they gave him, a strong
Which is down here at 11263.
Staying on pace, running the race. Life is a chase, I don't want a place. I want to be first. Work till it hurts, dehydrated thirst till I'm in a hearse. High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Break off from the weak minds, they can stay soft. You can change lives, you create thoughts, never waste time. You got one shot, you got one life, better pop off. What do you like? Make a dream job. No 9-5, no mean boss, just my life and free thoughts. You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they scheming. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they trap the chains, you can say no, free me. I feel nauseous, believe me.
As you can see, FVG on the chart.
Had to work hard, struggle just to
Yes, so over here, it was giving me an FVG and it was respecting it. Whereas on Euro, it wasn't respecting it. It's SMT.
But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours.
The green, is it green? I don't know. I'm red, green, colorblind. That's why I use blue and red. To me, that looks yellow. So whatever color that is, if it's green for you, for me, it looks yellow. But that's whatever it is. That is whenever there's a like in classic trading. It is like a pin bar, and you have another pin bar there. You have a doji over here. Same thing over here. We have a pin bar. We have a pin bar. We have a pin bar. So it shows you those things. So if I pull this out onto like the 1 day, you'll see the same thing. If those candles present, there's no like none of that there. Let's go into the 5 minutes. So it's whenever price closes. It's whenever price closes at the same price that it opened, exactly the same price. So you can see over there, there's the open is 11347 and the close is 11347. It's an exact price.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm in
Comments. Sorry, so what are you referring to when you say Hong Kong gap from market to close open? So the close of Hong Kong and the open of Hong Kong. And with this price action right here, Hong Kong, there's a little nice little gap in there. Snap the lows. Previous day. Let's see if it wants to respect this. If nothing continues going higher, then my stop gets hit, and that's fine. If it doesn't, it continues. All this here is now liquidity that's being built up. So all of this here, these candles, these are all liquidity. It's all being built up so they can rip it down. You can see the same thing here on the GU. All of that, that's liquidity, and then they rip it higher. Are you really trying to do me with spread? What's DXY doing? Yeah, I'm probably stopped. Yeah, stopped. That's okay. Okay, well, that was our trade. That was beautiful. But now what we have is the name represents previous days being filled on Hong Kong. We have AUD, which took this, reversed. It needs to take buy side. Buy side's already taken, sell side's been taken here. Down to that mysterious void. Yes, it's all hindsight, yeah. And there's a tiny, tiny bit of price now that's been left. Ever so small. So we see here, I just get the perfect. No, this is close of this candle. I was wrong. Yeah, that was taken and then came down. Then we have Euro. It's done. As you can see, that was low. That event was actually equal. That's just all equal in price. And that's the trade. Done. Okay, beautiful. Any questions before I go? I was trading. I have 3 that I look at. I either trade GU or EU or AU, but AU's been a bit funny lately, so I don't want to be near it. Want to take it on AU because AU's been funny, and I'm really not digging AU at the moment. It's just the price action's a bit erratic because the banks don't want to give everyone like an honest answer. It's kind of all over the place. What's the status? You saw at the bottom. I'm now back on 1,000, 100,057. So I'm in profits, which is good. We're basically at the start still. Am I still bearish? The higher the price goes, the more bearish I get, because it then will give you a nice entry later on to be able to get into price, to target the fair value gap, another fair value gap, the Hong Kong. So here, if we look at Euro, you can see what's happening. Price down here is not filled. Okay, it's pushing higher. It's got above those highs there. There's a lot of buy side because New York of the previous day did not give us, in New York session and after 9:30 opens over here, it didn't give us a price. It didn't get into here. So what I'm expecting is that if that does continue to come up and then come down, or it might continue to come up right to there and then come right back down. So it's either that or it's half. It just depends on the time of day, when it's going to happen. But once that happens, or you might actually see what price does is it'll go a little bit higher and then come all the way down and continue going down. And then you'll have in London, you'll have price come back up here, and then they will either push it there, or if it sits here within London, then I don't know where price is going to go, because they might push it higher or they might push it lower. It depends. That's why I don't like trading from the gap itself, because in that zone, and unless of course in DXY, for example, so on the other pairs, what will happen is that they will be within the gap, like literally within the gap. They will be all within the gap, and then DXY won't be in the gap. And then because DXY also has to go and fill the gap, then I will expect that if you're trading from the gap, that price would go to the gap in DXY, which means that everything else would follow suit. Hopefully that makes sense. That's how I see it. Yeah. So hopefully everyone has a lovely weekend. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you next week, Tuesday. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourselves and your families, and I'll see you then. Cheers, everyone.